Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. Hey, listen, being great in this business and being great in life in general, there's a lot of skills we have to learn. Now, a lot of times I see a lot of you working on a skill set, but I don't think we spend enough time focusing on the two most critical skills to succeed at a high level in business and in life, which are communication and problem solving. So I want to talk for the next few minutes about communication. Now, one of my favorite quotes about communication says, the single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. The single biggest problem in communication is the illusion that it has taken place. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that. How many times have you been in a conversation with someone and thinking, man, that was a phenomenal conversation, only to find out you both walked away from that conversation having a total different understanding of what it is you talked about, totally different outcomes, totally different action items. Well, here's the problem. We think we're great communicators because we love to talk. We love to express our opinions. We love to bring energy to the conversation, but we think that's great communication, but there's more to it than that. So today I want to walk you through a little bit of the process of communication and what that looks like. So let me start by telling you a story. One of my favorite Christmas stories of all time was, as a teenage kid, I was laying in bed Christmas Eve night, so excited for Christmas the next day to open presents like we all do, but I could not sleep. So my little mischievous mind came up with a great plan. I snuck down into my parents' storage room and I found this old tattered pair of cowboy boots my dad had in there. Why he kept them, I don't know. But I decided to sneak upstairs. I wrapped them up in wrapping paper and I wrote right on them, to Mason, which is my little brother's name, from Santa. And I put them in his pile of presents. Man, you thought I was excited before. I couldn't sleep the rest of the night because I was so excited to watch him open this present unexpectedly the next day and surprise him. Next day, my family was all opening presents. We were taking turns. It finally came time for Mason to open this present. He opened it up and he had this look of bewilderment on his face. Like, what is going on? Where would these cowboy boots come from and why would I get them? And the best part was looking over at my parents' face and seeing, man, they had no clue what was going on. It was great. They might not have thought it was funny, but I thought it was hilarious. The point I'm trying to make with this is there's a process to communication, and we always take it to a certain point and think we're done. Let me illustrate. You see, I drew a present here on my board to illustrate the point, but we always are really good at the first three steps of communication, which is encoding the message, wrapping it up, and delivering it. So let me talk a little bit about that. Encoding a message is what happens inside of our brain when we decide something needs to be communicated. We think of something and say, oh my gosh, there's something that I need to share with someone, and we start to put together a game plan of how to communicate that message. Well, we encode that message, but it's just inside of our mind. There needs to be a form of delivery. So we wrap it up how we best think it needs to be delivered. Once it's wrapped up, we actually deliver that message to whoever we think it needs to be delivered to. Now, there's lots of forms of delivery, whether it's verbal communication, in person, over the phone, through email. There's a lot of ways to deliver that message. But here's the problem. We encode, we wrap, we deliver, and then we step away like we think we're done with the process of communication. But there's more steps to the process of communication. You got to remember, it still needs to be unwrapped and decoded. Now, the goal here with communication is this. It's just like the little kids' game telephone. When you whisper in someone's ear a message, very seldomly does it come all the way around the group of people and come out the same message. Our job in communication is once that message is encoded and we put it together of thinking, okay, now I've got the message encoded of exactly what's going to produce the best result in this situation for everybody. It's going to create a win-win. We'll know we're great communicators when there's consistently being decoded on the other end the same message that we encoded on our end, if that makes sense. So here we go. We're going to encode the message, we're going to wrap it up, and we're going to deliver it. Now, this is the key. We're constantly delivering messages in the best way we think we'd want to receive that information. Well, here's a little news flash for you that was a surprise for me. Is not everyone's wired the same way we are, so we need to deliver the message, wrap it up in a way that's going to be appealing and understandable to the person that's receiving the message. The better we become at wrapping it and delivering it in the form they want to receive it, the more likely they're going to be excited to unwrap it and decode it the same way that we intended it to be delivered and encoded. So this is the process of communication. Now, this is my challenge to you with this process, particularly with the critical pieces of information that you need to share in this business. Over the next couple days, think through this process. I have something to deliver. I've got information. It's encoded in my mind. Now, who am I dealing with? How are they wired? How do they think? Okay, now let me wrap it. Let me deliver it. And let me grade myself on how they unwrap it and decode it. Did they get the same message that I anticipated them getting, or I intended them getting? The better we get at this process, the better we are at representing ourselves, our ideas, and the better communicators we're going to be. It takes away that illusion of great communication, but it creates great communication, which is creating a win-win result and pushing our clients' objectives forwards. Now, this is all about communication. Hopefully this helped today. I'm going to continue to post these little pieces of information that I find I'm getting from agents as I talk to them, of things that will help you in your business. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to also look at the other links here on this page. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you want to hear about. But go out there, be great communicators. We're going to do another video on problem solving. Hey, I wish you a lot of productivity and prosperity. We'll talk soon.